Double honors to the apostles and elders of Crete Millstone. I rule and teach well. Peace and salutations to the brothers and the four corners of this earth, pushing the sword in truth and in sincerity. And Brother Manatasak, Shalom. There's a short video here, but I posted this article in one of the group chats. And honestly, I go bring out the information because I mean, prophecy coming to pass, right? In the book of Ephesians, I forget exactly where, but it's about quench not the spirit, so hey, quench not the spirit. And as more and as quick, right? As quickly as the time passes, as quickly as you realize all your material things deplete and everything, so too the prophecies coming to pass quickly, rapidly, one after the next. Things are at its climax, for lack of a better right now, So we go dive into the article, two scriptures came to mind, I jotted them down. If anything else comes to mind through the spirit, hey, we will bring it out, right? It says, strapping serious $40,000 Bitcoin price crash warning issued as the Fed suddenly braces for a US dollar crisis that predicts to spark total collapse. Now, we've been saying the petrodollar is going to collapse, which will usher in what? The digital age. Right, the age of the digital system. They already have the infrastructure in place. They already have the technology, right? Recently there was an issue with some groceries. It had a glitch in the digital system, and the customers wasn't allowed to pay. At least something along those lines. I didn't do a video on the article, but I saw the article, right? So we could see that the digital system is not as secure as they make it sound, or is not the best option as they make it seem. Right? It says, right, Bitcoin and crypto prices have surged this year as the US dollar index falls to a year-to-date low, with Coinbase chief executive last week revealing an AI game changer. Blah, 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 blah. Let's say the Bitcoin price is trading around 60,000 per Bitcoin, up from January lows of under 40,000 as traders bet. As traders bet a fresh injection of liquidity that the Federal Reserve will put the Bitcoin and crypto market on the cusp of a major move. Now, as China gears up to drop a Bitcoin price, bears are swirling. The US dollar is on the verge of total collapse, setting up the Bitcoin price for a critical tipping point. Yeah, son. It says the US dollar index just hit a new 2024 low, and it's actually still relatively high, but it looks like it's on the verge of a total collapse. Economist and gold bull Peter Schiff posted on X. Right? People who watch the market, people who in the market every day know that hey, shit is getting real. They seeing and they telling you hey, something is going to happen and it's going to be good. I'd say the index could easily sink below 90 before year and challenging the 2020 low. Schiff, the founder of money manager Euro Pacific Asset Management and a Bitcoin and crypto skeptic, later added, I think that low will be breached in 2025, triggering a US dollar crisis. So you understand, coming to the closing of this and the opening of next year, we could see that digital age being possibly the start of the official start of the digital age. I'm talking 15-minute cities. I'm meaning total digitalization. Right? Recently, I don't want to say a month ago, you say 3 weeks at best. Even our finance minister said we must go into a digital age. We must become digitalized, so on and so forth. I think I did a video on that. Right? Let's say the Bitcoin price has continued on its recent downward trend as September gets underway, which is historically a bad time to be holding Bitcoin. September has traditionally been a volatile month for Bitcoin, with an average return of 4.78% and a typical peak to true decline of 24.6. Analysis with Bitfinex crypto exchange said, and email comments. So yeah, people who in the field of the dollar, who this is all they focus on a dollar, they shaking in the boots, so to speak. They're shaking in the boots. Alright, now let me get a fresh up. This is the book of, you got to look at this now, James 5:1. You know where I'm going with this? It says, "Go to now, ye rich men, weep and howl for your miseries that shall come upon you. Your riches are corrupted and your garments are moth-eaten." Yeah, your riches are corrupted because how you could tell me a piece of paper? You understand? I given up my time where I could be doing so many other things to better myself for a piece of paper. You understand? Instead of having you slaving for nothing, they just make you feel like you're slaving for something when it's still fucking slaving for nothing in reality. You understand? Because the money is not backed by anything, what is the word I'll get for? Tangible. Right? It's backed by debt. How much you owe. All right, I spent X amount of time here, so you owe me. You understand? You know this kind of way? All right, you employ for X amount of years, so you owe the government X amount of tax. It's always about who owe who, or who you're in debt to. You know, when you're scrolling through the TikTok, they say, you see videos like how to live the life on debt, using debt to purchase, so on and so forth. You understand? And they spend their time on focusing on the dollar, focusing on these markets. And these scholars in the dollar, I should say, scholar of the dollar, you know, they are heart racing right now. They probably can't believe that they see in the end. You understand? The end is on the horizon. This is they see in their doomsday. You understand? Basically, they see in their doomsday. You understand? A lot of them going to go into the digital age. You understand? Going to take that digital age, going to take that MOTB to try to get back some of the riches. You know? They say your riches are corrupted because you didn't get it justly. You understand? You don't maintain it under just circumstances. Yeah, it's always a pretense and a falsehood. It say your gold and your gold and silver is conquered, and the rust of them shall be a witness against you, and shall eat your flesh as it were fire. Ye have heaped treasure together for the last days. You understand? Yeah, you heap treasure together thinking, well, all right, I have a cushion to fall back on, so to speak. You know? Now, hey, I'm not saying, but I just to work on where you get your money, fuck it up. You know what I mean? Excuse my French. I'm not saying that. I'm saying if our brother saving towards something, or, you know what I mean? No problem. You do your thing. You do your thing. I have nothing against it. You understand? Or this is to the ones, these millionaires and trillionaires who want to build bunkers and, you know what I mean? On the backs of the Jew public. You understand? On the backs of the Akim. Because we still have to go to work and grind and grind and grind and grind. And we still get the lease. We doing the most work for the lease. You know, this kind of way. And then they say, hey, we will raise your pay, but they cut your hours. So you're basically working for the same amount of fucking money. Right? They say, yeah, well, I working for instead of, minimum wage right now is about $20.50. You understand? What people don't understand is when minimum wage rises is because what the value of the dollar decreases. You understand? They wanted to raise our minimum wage. And I was explaining that to somebody in a car because I was traveling somewhere. And I was telling them, like, not because they say we getting a raise and minimum wage are a good thing, you know. There are signs of economic collapse. You understand? But nevertheless, you know, they heap together treasure for the last days, but I wouldn't save them. That will not save them. How they are going to save them? That wouldn't save them. Yes, they see the consolation in this life. See the life to come, in that kingdom to come. They have zero to get, nothing, nada, nil, naught. Nothing. Go to the book of Luke 6 and verse 24. Why did I hit it here? Right, it says, but woe unto you that are rich, for ye have received a consolation. Woe unto you that are full, for ye shall hunger. Woe unto you that laugh now, for ye shall mourn and weep. Yeah, because all you full now, all you could laugh now, all you could all you laugh. When the time to come, the Most High say, well, his servants shall drink, but ye shall thirst. His servants shall eat, but ye shall hunger. Understand? And according to the title of my last video, we will have the last laugh. Right? It's over. It say, but woe unto you that are rich, for ye have received a consolation. Right? Just bear in mind 1 second, I'm going to pull up the meaning of that word. Alright, we have it here. Consolation, the comfort received by a person after a loss or disappointment. Right? The beast was wounded, you understand, and they come out, they got healed, and they got healed. What they do? They went out and what deceived the entire earth, right? For the doctrine, you understand? They had the loss, and this is the consolation. This time and right now is the consolation. I know we get to the etymology dictionary, right? It says that which consoles. Act of consoling, alleviation of misery or distress of mind, mitigation of grief or anxiety. Yeah, their grief is alleviated. They're on top. Esau Edom is on top. These heathens are on top of us. I know we grieving, we grinding, we hating. You understand? We going through grief. We experiencing misery. It's a old French consolation. I guess that's how it's pronounced. Solace, comfort, delight, pleasure. Yeah, they live in pleasure. And I would say when you read further down in the James 5 and 1. You understand? Go back into the book here. Alright? It's a laugh now, for ye shall mourn and weep, yeah? Laugh now, for ye shall mourn and weep. You understand? Laugh now, for ye shall mourn and weep. You are full, all full. You know? But yeah, that was just the message in this video. You know what I mean? Just to bring out the article, this video was just to bring out the article and put it out there. The dollar is coming and you know what I mean? To water your Bashem your shy. Bros edify into the Akim out there. Until next time, Shalom.